Alright, everybody. We're underway. We have RaikouRider and Xarnax42, both 2-in-1 players. It'll just be me here commentating. Let me put that up there. Oh, wow. Things trimmed up a little bit better here while they find stuff. 2 towns right next to each other. Wow. Xarnax is in Saria already. RaikouRider's in the same place. Xarnax in the lead! Can he hang on to it? Yeah, there's clearly more to do here. Oh, he's okay. Nice. He's cutting some of that off. That's fine. Make sure it wasn't on my end. Remember the magic word, so they get the spell. Both of them. Both make happy little bots and in the town center. Alright. Now what was the other town? Ruto. Xarnax looks like he's already passing into Heart Cave. Life 2. One of the cool things about taking Life 2 right away is you don't have to skip that dumb level anymore. If you keep skipping it, you have to skip it over and over and over. I asked Prez when I was running any percent for Zelda 2, why exactly get Life 2? And he says, so you don't have to keep skipping it. That's a very speedrun answer. The glove. Is it really? Thanks for helping me out, guys. Now a trophy cave for Xarnax, and it looks like RaikouRider's in Raru to get a spell. Magic containers are also a nice find. The fairy spell in Raru for RaikouRider. The choke finger. And now another town? RaikouRider locates Mido. Can he cast fairy? He's gonna write that down. Fairy is 75, spells 114. And he's gonna think about that magic 2 probably. He's actually taking a desert encounter on purpose, it looks like, but perhaps not what he's looking for. But this is... Yes. We got Palace 3 or 6 here with the very valuable blue iron knuckle, red iron knuckle, helping get magic 2, maybe get down stab. Xarnax is in the north. He passed through a cave? Wow. Reload it. I guess Magic 2 didn't do a trick. Xarnax got wood. Did he get a raft? Oh, in the woods. Oh, RaikouRider's going with the grind. He's going to speed up his grind a little bit by taking attack 2 and increasing his attack power by 50%. So he'll cut his hits on that iron knuckle by a half or a half minus 1. Take down Raikou's volume. Is Raikou's volume just a tad high, you think? Good wood. Now Xarnax in the neighborhood to pick up that fairy spell. And he's already... They're both 2/2/2. I don't remember you saying that, Bonky, but I believe that you did. Yeah. Yeah, there it is, but he wanted to get Life 3? Yeah, I saw the lineup. Could be a crazy week. Either Error or I will be ending up in the race, the playoff race to get into the bracket. Downy Downstabbing has the downstab ability. Big surprise. Xarnax is going to go into this palace. And with that magic container he found, let's see, yeah, that magic container really paid off because Xarnax didn't have to grind magic 3 to be able to cast a spell. He just go ahead and do it. He's going to go for it. He's ready for palaces. Here, Xarnax is trying to get killed, but he actually has to go to the left to find that wizard now. For whatever reason. He's in Palace 3, which makes it a good place to be. Now, Raikou is not such a good place to be. I don't believe he has the glove yet. The trackers to be believed, which I wouldn't believe it personally. The guy in charge has no idea what he's doing. Xarnax is in zombie mode right now. He doesn't have a red sliver of life. I really need to pay attention to Raikou's. Yeah, he does not have it. So, both have a handle. Yeah, Xarnax in much better shape for getting this place completely knocked out. Being as close as it is to start, it's not a priority to get it done. Getting the item out of it might be very valuable. Could be the raft. Could be something else useful. So there's a chance that Raikou doesn't get held up as badly if he can get the item at least. Now, did Raikou not manage to pick up the fairy spell? Or not the fairy spell, the downstab? It certainly seemed like he did. But he wasn't bouncing over the blue arrow. He's gonna bail on 3, clearly, it looks like. I didn't ever start the timer. Rai has downstab, he just didn't use it in that situation. Alright. Yeah, whatever. OMG, please. Alright, if I missed anything just there at that cave, please let me know. I was trying to get the timer straightened out. So the Grand Palace is in the northwest corner of Hyrule. Blame rep. Felt weird. You know. Use blame rep strats against Darklink. Is that what we're getting at here? Medicine for Raikou, thank you. And Xarnax, did he have a game over? Looks like, wow. Xarnax gonna bail on? Xarnax hadn't picked up down stab yet. Maybe I was getting the players confused back and forth. Yeah, there were a bunch of annoying enemies in there. Ooh, a nice 200 bag in the woods for RaikouRider. I have to wonder if he can locate the magic container that Xarnax did before he gets to that next level up. Especially before he gets to the next magic level up, if he's gonna... That signaled him to keep Magic 3 for a while. Xarnax is going back in with downstab now. It's a much better choice to be in there with downstab. I made a big boo-boo here, and their streams are on the opposite side of my monitor set up from the chat. So if I miss something, it's probably because I'm looking at chat. Is Larry known for P-bags now? I think so. Because in his last race, he got like every P-bag in the game, I think. He even found a P-bag that only had 5 experience in it. We didn't even know that was in the game. Gloves and heart container cave. Medicine, what kind of cave was medicine in, by the way? Is that a 1-up? Alright, Xarnax gets to this room and now he can dig these keys out now that he has downstab. So, here's Raikou in the Trophy Cave. I believe this is where the magic container is. Oh, he's so close to the edge. Medicine was a magic container cave, okay. Thank you. Yes, so Raikou got the magic container out of Trophy Cave. Now he is in Heart Cave, where he will locate the glove, if I remember correctly, and Tracker says so. Xarnax is really intent about fighting these blue armored knights, armored skeleton guys. Who gets a filler up forest. More caves to check. I think he'll be running into Death Mountain Cave at some point. This is the proper Fairy Cave. I believe it should be the... Actually, I don't know. Potential, I think, yeah. Raikou sees a potential grind here in this encounter. Inside the hitbox, downstanding it. Wow. Xarnax locates Rebenak's room. Try to get his toe on the correct pixel there, so you can get a nice down stab fun time in the left. Very safe strat. Pulls it in by holding left until the Iron Knuckle gets underneath him. There he goes. Easy every time. Except when it's not. Looks like Raikou wants to go ahead and take this cave. No? Yes? Exactly, he just pop out. Well, Palace 4. We haven't seen some locations yet. I don't think we've seen a grass tile. We haven't seen... I haven't seen P-Bag Cave. I don't know if we've seen a Rock Block Cave. So these guys have... Both of them have kind of left those on the table for a little bit in order to go in the palaces. Looks like Xarnax is satisfied with P3 being done, and here we find Karok, but Reflect is not had. Now he has the question to himself, do I want to stay in here for an item? I think he could stay in here for a continue at least. Xarnax picks up the medicine. Neither one's cashed that in yet, so we do not know what that will give us. No, I don't know if we've seen the raft spot. Oh, but he did find the item room. Wow, this is a very quick 4. And he's gonna get right by this, no problem. The raft is inside of 4, so RaikouRider can go east if he wants. And he's got something to think about there. I'll just mark on his tracker. Yes, yeah, now Xarnax found GP, so he knows his choices are winding down. Okay. And we'll see here in a moment what spell is inside of the town of Mido, and whether RaikouRider wants to... How far he wants to go into... Oh, wow, look at that. First cave, Hammer Cave. So even though he has the raft and he has the glove, he wants to keep looking for items, which isn't a bad move. This Hammer Cave could have another potential item. We can see a boot. I mean, we just see a heart container. At this point in the game, it's hard to be disappointed with any item. Oh, I didn't look at what spell. Mido equals fire, thank you. He's gonna hammer this out quickly. Oh my goodness. RaikouRider not familiar with this particular enemy placement. Might have a tough time, or he might ferry through. Nope. There he goes, he's gonna get through. Is Xarnax testing it? Wow, look at this enemy placement. I've never seen this before. Orange Dyra. Orange Dyra, Red Dyra, Hammer. What game is this? Who programmed this? Confirmed Reflect on fire, amazing. So it does look like Raikou wants to poke his head around Death Mountain now that he has a hammer. He wants to locate that spectacle rock and try to buff himself up more. I think that he's probably seen enough of this tournament to know that either everything is required or he has everything he needs already, which he doesn't. He doesn't yet. And he's gonna walk out, I think, because he got here by going through a cave. I think he came here through Parappa Fairy Cave, so it was an easy enough walk, exit. He doesn't want to get lost. Yeah, it's a pretty good chance that the rock is not important. Xarnax already good, so he's gonna take that fire reflect spell and take it right to P4 and beat K-Rock. He's already 4-4-4 and he has the experience to take 4-4-5 right here. Oh look, P-Bag Cave's wide open, so I don't think that the hammer is blocking anything except for a Spectacle Rock. Xarnax does look like he wants to go back in for the item. P-Bag in the P-Bag Cave, and it's exactly the original amount, 200. I am revolted. Raikou hadn't been to the Medicine Cave yet? Had Xarnax? Maybe I'm just tripping. Oh, the life. Yes, the life fill up. No death here. Or after for Xarnax, yes, of course. So even though Xarnax is up 2 gems, it's not too bad. Oh, the magical key. Wow. Well, that should make things pretty simple for him. He can use his magic however he sees fit. Not have to worry about key doors in front of him and behind him. Xarnax, oh, locates a grass tile, a long-lost grass tile. 23 minutes into the game, grass tile is found with the boots on it, which really, that's just, what a seed. I wish I were playing this seed. And look, he can just walk. He can take that and just walk straight by. There's the raft spot, but he's gonna keep looking. RaikouRider hasn't redeemed his water of life yet for the fire reflect spell. And to be frank, Palace 4 isn't necessarily a priority for him either. The gem doesn't block any particular progress right now. He hasn't finished Palace 3 yet, so at some point he goes back for 2 easy, what are easy levels to finish, especially when you're not looking for anything. He knows the location of K-Rock. Palace 3 is small. Xarnax in the east, locating Thundertown. Boots for RaikouRider. And finds the redundant reflect spell. Up an A. Sorry about those drop frames, folks. And Worm. Raikou bouncing over some Lizalfos in that encounter, looking for some P-Bags, but finds a little digger. right into the very annoying invisible enemies. Xarnax has located a river devil. Oh, and also Maze Island. So, you know, Raikou didn't have any reason to suspect that it was a priority to get back to Mido, and now he may never go back. If he finds the Thunder Spell, he might not have any reason to go back and get that Fire Spell. It's really not a convenience to have. If you can get to Karok as easily as that, saving a little magic doesn't mean anything. Is that P1 for Xarnax and Maze Island? Raikou wants to force an encounter so he can walk to this cave easily. Xarnax, meanwhile, is checking all over Maze Island, trying to find some items. The Boot's really helping his exploration here. He can just pass over the river and gives him a lot of ways to get around the side-scroll encounters. Now Raikou is right behind him. Also has the boot, so you have every advantage here as well. Yeah, they're gonna be one behind the other. Xarnax performing a fairy foot glitch to get around this encounter and back into this very long maze-like hallway. Locating the red jar, which at least is gonna give him a magic refill. He can do another fairy foot. And there's the other drop. See, they're one right behind the other. And RaikouRider instead decides to go right in. He has no reason to think that item's gonna let him down. Magic container, heart container, what could it do to him? And so Xarnax located another magic container. When did Xarnax get a previous magic container? Raikou's at 5 and Xarnax is at 7. Real magic container, right? Yeah. Which tile did Xarnax find the... Oh no, what did Raikou just find? Oh. We'll probably see that again. He got an MC in 4? Oh. In 4? 4 had the raft in it. In 3? Where I find the heart. Oh, we found the heart container, okay. Yes, that makes sense. P3 has the magic container, got it. Well, Xarnax gotta be happy with the magic that he has. And they're in the same room. There's a little bit of spooning action happening, guys. Get the nearest emote out that you have. Both picking up the key, even though only one of them actually can make use of it. I don't believe Xarnax has the magic key. So yeah, right in this room, it made a difference for Raikou to stop a moment and fight the Iron Knuckle before opening the door. Once you open the door, it throws off the pace of the Iron Knuckle and he starts to attack. It gives every time you hit him, it slows down his AI pattern, so he does not advance his whatever frame count before he starts attacking again. Excellent emotes. I love it. Xarnax pokes left, and I suppose that he saw the key room, and now he knows that the first left in the dungeon is the way. And now Raikou's found so he's found the key dead end, which he doesn't need. because this means an up A is in our future. Oh, he's thinking about this experience. He's a good 413 XP off the level, though. And this is not being very cooperative at all. 2 hits. This could take 5, 6, 7, 8 more hits. There's a 20% chance he gets the level up XP. Xarnax locates the correct path to Horsehead. Oh, bouncing! Good bounces. He managed to stay mounted on Horsehead. To get a few extra downstab hits in his very weird hitbox location. See, you have 6 fingers on your right hand. A man was looking for you. Yes, I was looking for that. I was looking for the glove specifically, not the man wearing it. Oh, this is interesting, since Xarnax has to go back in for the item. If he can manage to stay alive on this Horsehead fight, they'll probably be about even leaving here. Just a couple more hits. Alright, Raikou closes out the Horsehead fight. Xarnax? Oh, he did pick it up, okay. I was about to say, did he just leave that heart container right on the ground? Come on. Xarnax is going back to the Western Continent. Raikou's digging up another 83 XP. He can't take anymore. His levels are low. They're not great. He knows this. Who's that? Sorry, we're experiencing more lag. Good grief. Please, OBS. Sorry about this. The quality of the stream is about to get worse. And now, yeah, looking at that, he had to look at that a moment and think, oh god, I'm gonna still only get 170 XP out of this gem, but really the important thing here is to get that attack, and that attack level, so that the experience for that next bonus will go up much higher. It'll be about a 1200 bonus next time for him. Or he wants to actually get the attack level and then put the gem in. That is another choice. Oh, okay. Alright. He's in there. Xarnax found the Daruni Pass. A little ferry foot action here to get into the northwest, I believe, of the eastern continent. This little river to block. It's going to do nothing to these guys. They've got an easy route find in the grass tile. And a nice safe path, though, to walk on. Now, it looks like RaikouRider is going to continue looking for items here. Spend a little bit of time here to locate him. Once he locates one, he's going to locate the other quickly. Xarnax is in the pincer move. Pincer attack from the Lizalfos, but he gets out safely. And 2 more towns right next to each other. Locating Naburu and either Daruni or New Kasuto. If he goes into New Kasuto, he's going to be completely ready to get both items out of it. But what they're really looking for now is the Thunder Spell. It has to be #1 priority for both players. That'll be the main interest here for Xarnax. The Naburu is great find. Another free spell. I believe I did the XP keep trick in the last race I ran. It's not hard. You just, once the XP starts rolling from the gem, you just save the game. You just stop and save the game. That's all you do. And when you load back up, it starts giving you XP. I don't know what, how much it gives, what the logic behind it is, but I do know that if you're gonna up A anyway, then up A and save while the XP is rolling if you want to have any of it. Oh, the Yump spell for Xarnax. Finds another palace. Will it be 2? Will it be 5? Will it be 6? He wants to check this cave very quickly, and it's a short passage. One of a few caves, probably has a blue Zalphos in it, based on not seeing an enemy placement. Raikou's got to deal with a whole bunch of encounters here. He's actually going to ferry across this one the normal way instead of trying to do a fairy foot. Xarnax certainly appears to be in Palace 5. Alright, Raikou comes at these from the other side, from Xarnax. Very useful magic container. Nice refill. I think that, based on the way Raikou's played so far, I think he'd probably be more comfortable if he had the life spell for sure. Especially when he's going to find these magic containers like this. Xarnax. Yak Hammer, gets good Yak Hammer, and then it gets stabbed a couple times by Stalfos. And has to redo the room. A red jar, I'm not touching that thing. Please, exactly. That thing's even in here? Please, get out of here. I'm leaving. I'm tired of this place. Dead end for Xarnax, who does... I can't say that he's necessarily trying to actively find the item room, but the way Palace 5 works, it just keeps switching you back, you know? You don't know what you're gonna find, you're trying to go right, and then it turns you around, because there's so many turnaround elevators. So he's in here, and it looks like he wants to level up before he up and A's out of this spot. Oh! Doom Rattlers for Drippers. Have a lot of choice for dealing with this. Now we've got Raikou and Darunia right next to Naguru. Thinking about it, he says, nah, I'll come back later. If I even come back here, that's when I'll get upstabbed. Maybe get upstabbed. There's our next goes. You can get Magic 5 now. Jump fine for Raikou here in a moment. So right now, the lack of a magical key has not hurt Xarnax at all, and I don't expect that it will. He has Magic 5, he has 7 magic containers. This is really one way to mitigate the advantage of your opponent having a magical key. It's just to get a bunch of magic containers, that's chance, but to get these magic levels, so that fairy isn't a hindrance. Not to mention, so far the dungeons have been very easy. Palace 3 early on had that room where you could dig out 2 keys from the floor. Palace 4 had, you could find both important rooms and spending only the key to get the item, and Palace 1's Palace 1. Alright, boss Boomifine for Xarnax, going jumpless, going aggressive. Deaths on both screens. suppose Xarnax he's been aggressive on his first 2 tries. I don't know if that will change much here. He's got a short trip to Guma. I don't know if this is him signaling that he's gonna leave and come back, or if he's gonna hammer this out because Guma's so close to start. Meanwhile, Raikou's hitting some overworld. I don't think Raikou is probably gonna be too slow to find P5. Neither of them has the shield spell. Neither of them has much life. Even though, you know, their life levels are different, both of them can only take 1 hit from Guma without dying. Jump is a safety strat for Guma. What you could do with jump on Guma, if you're only doing like a 1-hit in and out strat, if you walk up to him and then crouch stab him, because using the crouch stab only because it's faster to deal its hit and push him back a little bit. The jump spell, when you jump away, you get, you know, the faster acceleration moving upward to get away from his mace. That's about all that you really use jump for, or just general, like, maneuverability safety, so you have that increased acceleration mobility. Xarnax going right back in with the jackhammer strats. I learned these from him. He visited here on his way around the country, probably to maybe GDQ, and I don't remember for sure which time it was. I think it was GDQ, and brought his power pack that he has a save state of an attack 1 Guma. Oh, there he goes, see? Look at that, that's some really good jackhammering, but he has a lot of hits to go. It's a very dangerous strat, and he's very fragile. Raikou finds the same room as Xarnax and is turning around. I also found that you can, you know, the cheese strat for Guma is to get him off the screen to the right, and then let him come out a little bit so that his hitbox is available, and, but his hurt box, as some people say, that his damage from the mace doesn't show up until he gets a little further out to the left. So, you can actually jackhammer him in the cheese spot. He doesn't stay there for a very long time, but you can. You can sometimes get a handful of hits there, completely free. Xarnax, he thinks he fails, and then he turns around. I think he's gonna take this short cage. It's a good move. It's a Scorpion Max. Oh, don't tell me this is the VOD 2 pass. Come on. Better not be Blues Alphas here. Okay. We don't have to call Fred or Doug. We're fine. Throw links at him until he gets tired of killing him. Xarnax finds a Naburu pass. Looks like... Now, what's Raikou's strategy going to be for this? Before this race, Raikou did a practice seed. Now, he's going to do the safe strat here. It's still an endurance trial at attack 4, especially with his overflowed Guma HP. At this, he probably takes 16 hits with attack 4 normally. So he could take up to 24 hits in the randomizer. XP bag for Xarnax, but his first level is 1,500 away from where he's at. 1,600, really. It's safe here. Raikou gets a real close call, and he's getting pushed in here. His strategy so far, it doesn't seem like he's super comfortable being pushed in this far, but you just gotta hang on one more hit, I think, and you'll have it. Ooh, one more still. Ooh. Ooh. Good fight for Raikou. Safe and steady, and he gets it done. And he wants to turn around. Again, he did not get great experience off that fight. So, yeah, he's got that. What he could do here is, yeah, hop over to the left, but it looks like that's a Guma, or not a Guma, a Moa room. One of those rooms actually has an enemy to the left that's with experience. Every 2 levels, double your attack. That's right. Every 2 levels doubles your attack. With one exception. Level 3 is 4 attack, and level 5 is 9. Level attack 3 is 4 damage, attack 5 is 9 damage. P-Bag for Xarnax. What is he? Is he in the old lady's house? Yep. Another whammy for Xarnax, even though he's picked up 3 500 bags from the look of it. So he's close to attack 5. Most powerful magic for Xarnax. So Xarnax locates the Thunder Spell, which pretty much he's in full dig shake. Yeah, sorry about that. I should say, once it gets going, but the first level is 2 damage and the second level is 3, and from there on out, there's the one exception to it doubling every 2 levels. RaikouRider is turning in his XP. He's gonna get attack 5 here. Good for him. Now he'll be able to continue this snowball. Hopefully he'll get better luck having XP when he gets to the further gems. I think that Palace 3 will not disappoint him in that way. Xarnax is located in another palace. This ought to be Palace 2 or 6? It's just a general helpful hint to try to track here. So, Palace 2 for Xarnax, and yeah, definitely do this, for sure. No reason to leave this. Xarnax, really, he is full dig shake. All he needs to do is complete his palaces and do whatever he needs to survive the seed, and which I'm not sure what that's going to be for him besides leveling up at this point. Without putting any more effort in here, he's going to get attack 5 before he gets to Helmet Head. And once he does that, he'll be able to finish the seed 6, 6, 7, most likely. RaikouRider entering a P-Bag Cave. Looking for an item, see what it is. For him, I think the best case scenario would be a heart container, to be honest. That would be a great find right now. Magic container. So we've located all 8 magic containers. Raikou's missing the one from Palace 3. Xarnax is missing the one that Raikou just picked up. And in my... Yeah, so Xarnax has 6 spells, but neither of them... He's missing shield and life. This cave is tough. Neither of them has a cross, so I don't know what enemy killed him, but there would appear to be a missing enemy, which would imply a blue moa is flying around in here. Should be 4 flying enemies in that cave. Now, is Xarnax heading left because he's looking for items, or is he heading left because he's exhausted some options? What is Fire Parry? Fire is Fire with Reflect, which Xarnax discovered and used to complete Palace 4 early to his advantage, and RaikouRider has not even been back to Mido to get the Fire spell, but found Reflect shortly after. isn't really at much of a disadvantage because of that lack of information. Because he knows the location of Karok in Palace 4, and it's very easy to get to. He also has Palace 3 to complete. So now he's back at the beginning. He has an opportunity now to go to Palace 3 and 4 and finish them. He has the equipment to do these things. But also, the Grand Palace is in the northeast corner. One way or another, he's coming back to the Western continent. I thought I turned that down. Thanks, Dark Magician. Sorry about that. Xarnax must have found a dead end. Looks like RaikouRider is gonna head toward... Where is he heading? I think he might be using... He might just be flying through Sari to get to his location. That'd be a great move. No dodging of encounters. Just walking. Just take a break, collect your thoughts, think about what you're gonna do. For him, he just lacks the Thunder Spell. Oh, he has Bagoo? He knows Bagoo? Wow. This guy knows Bagoo. Please, sit at this table, up in the front. VIP. So does Xarnax... Does he have some piece of information we're not particularly thinking of? We haven't seen Palace 6 yet. We know that it's in the Valley of Death. And I don't recall having seen the Valley of Death at all, so I'm not sure if he's still looking for items because of that, or if he just wants a little bit more survivability. Cross and 2, yes sir. Cross for Xarnax and 2. Raikou's on the easy path to Karok right now. Looks like he wants to get some experience soda. That doesn't get him any closer to his level. That doesn't get him a better chance of getting that level off of Karok, is what I mean. It's a pitiful amount of experience to get from a Doom knocker. Xarnax continues going through 2. Ooh, 700! Yeah, I didn't notice that last time. So he's in great shape. He's gonna get 6, 3, 4 out of this. Head over to Palace 3, and we'll see what he does with that. Xarnax takes out Helmet Head with ease. Poised to get, I think, I don't know, Magic 6 or Life 7 here. Turtle headed it. Nice, I missed it. Good old turtle head. I had a kill earlier. Or last night, whenever, sometime, with, he actually still had a blue helmet on when I killed him. Alright, so Xarnax has the entrance to the Valley of Death and the way to Palace 6 found, so that's no problem. Magic 6. His fairy spell is costing probably, what is it, 24 it looked like? He can fairy feud a few times. More tick and he's through. He wants a defensive spell. Hard to argue with that. Defensive spell's great. RaikouRider's in the Valley of Death. He's got, the Valley of Death 1 passage where it's full of blue moas. If he had used the spell there, it actually would have rained bots, potentially on his head, which would have been kind of funny. But not so funny for him if it actually managed to kill him. It looks like the blue Zalfos must be stone skin. They're not vulnerable to the sword, and since they're not vulnerable to beams, that means that they're completely invulnerable to everything except for the Thunder Spell. They can't be turned into bots by spell. Quick find of a Rainbow mini-boss room here for Xarnax. The boot tile. Locate the heart container. That's a great find, really. All Raikou needs to do right now is locate New Kasuto, and I think that he will be ready to take on the rest of these palaces with unencumbered thoughts. Not having to worry about, do I have to dig an item out of this place? These guys are 2-in-1s. Apparently Xarnax has a trophy. Right on. Thank you. Alright. Xarnax is going up! Oh, he falls through the hitbox and takes a little dip in the lava. Lava baths are the hot new treatment in Hyrule ever since the fall of Ganon. People just have so much free time on their hands. Oof! Goes for a very aggressive move and is actually hit and boosted leftward into the lava. Xarnax has 2 plays, yes. Yes, he does. Thank you. Thank you. Looks like it's time for safe strats for Xarnax. No more game overs on bosses. Seems to be the pact here. Nice little down stab bounce. And RaikouRider, he's locating the Thunder Spell, so he is in full dig shake. Though he's in the same position as Xarnax, doesn't have a spell to reduce damage taken or refill damage taken. That may worry him as he gets to Thunderbird, but he's already by Goomba, so he doesn't have that to concern himself with. He does want to get this item, though. A kid. Well, lucky for him, he knows he won't need to turn that in. Although, did Xarnax not pick up the kid, or did he just not go back to Darunia? The Darunia is going to have a defensive spell. One of them. Alright, Gem 6 in for Xarnax. He only has now to return to fight Boss Goomba. put the smack down. Raikou, in the meantime, he needs to get his avatar to these palaces and get these gems placed as quickly as possible. Oh, Xarnax did skip the spell cave, alright. Well, this time Xarnax is back in Palace 5, a little more firepower than last time, at least. And a little more defense. Life 7? I'm not sure. He certainly hopes that it, or may know that it's going to give him an extra hit on Guma. I don't believe that he'll take 3 bars of damage from a hit at life 7, so he should be okay. RaikouRider locates Psych Room. Always disappointing room to find. Beautiful fuchsia palace. Alright, a rematch between Xarnax and Guma now. He's gonna go ahead and take a quick one. I think he wants to have a nice good go at this guy. Full health. It looks like he can take exactly 2 hits and then the 3rd hit will kill him. There he is. He's in the corner. Got a lot of stabs down, but because Guma was on the left side of him and not the right, he was bounced out to the left, and that's bad for Link. It hurts the Link. This is always great to watch, though. I love this. He's very good at this jackhammer technique. I'm an amateur at this compared to him. Oh, he's pushed him off to the left side. He's got to wait for him to pull him out. Alright, 1 for 1. There we go. Will he? We'll find out. He will get 6, 6, 7 here if the levels haven't gotten too badly rearranged by the randomizer. He's on foot. He's on foot. Where's he going? Where does Xarnax want to go? Well, RaikouRider's... Well, if I recall correctly, now RaikouRider's on the other bad path. Maybe not. Interesting block clear there. Oh, I've never seen anybody do it that way. He gets all 6 blocks cleared out with 4 fairly efficient slings. Yeah, like that. It's practically a double hit on the blocks. Tracker updated, sorry about that. Xarnax may have found himself going the wrong way in the dead end for RaikouRider. Alright, time to find another way to go. Alright. Xarnax into the Grand Palace. Around an hour and 5 minutes. room here full of small enemies and just boggos. Uh-oh, the Eon drop. Question here is, how's Xarnax feeling about his position in the race? And how early the drop is. I think he's gonna go ahead and take this drop because he's got a room ahead that has 2 more choices, and he says, you know what, I'll take this as information. I think that's might be what he's thinking right now. Although he has plenty of reason to think that maybe he's not necessarily in great shape. He didn't have the smoothest early game. Neither of them did, but Xarnax going into Palace 3 without downstab definitely is something that he has to check off as something that has cost him time in this race. So who knows where he thinks he is for sure. But getting that information is definitely valuable. And he's on a long... It's going to be kind of a long path here. Linear rooms. He's got a Scopiecula room here. Wants to break that 5th row block, get up height advantage on this guy, but he's going to give that up and go forward. He didn't have a life spell, he didn't have a shield spell. So he needs to keep this guy backed off. If he bodies him, that's going to be 2 more hearts of damage. He's not going to be happy with that. It's going to kill the man. Oof. He gets sat on. Alright, helmet head room for RaikouRider. Oh yeah, that is a very low spawn. And he gets the blue helmet kill. Oh, just 40 XP short. He's got to go back for this. He has 3 gems to place, but he can't feel too super. Did he realize now that he can get this magic? Oh, here he goes. That's what he wants. Oh, he's killed before the experience ticks up, so he's got to retry this. Maybe this time he'll bust a thunder spell out on these 2. Xarnax finds this other room. This is the room where sometimes where that big skull bubble is gets replaced with a big bot. It goes flying up through the bricks, and over here there's a magic container hidden up there, or a bird knight, a very annoying thing to have happen. Killing the big bot there despawns the enemies, and it despawns the magic jar or bird knight that will be inside the blocks. Look at that! It's Thunderbird. But he doesn't have magic, so now he can go and try to get this... He doesn't have to get this red jar now. He can actually go straight to Thunderbird with this amount of magic. RaikouRider gets his XP and now is going to take attack 7. And head to Palace 6. Xarnax having a hitless Thunderbird so far. He has 1 hit to go, and he'd probably die in a hit. But he gets the kill, almost at the center of the room. Ooh, RaikouRider's dealing with the Valley of Death encounters. He's into Palace 6. Xarnax has an ugly room. Oh, he's taken a... Yeah, I think he just wants to die so he can get to Jumper Fairy to get over this. Now that Bird Knight's pulled down. He may also wait for the Bird Knight to jump before he moves. Yeah, he wants to pull it left. There he goes. And go up. Fend off the Bird Knight, save himself a couple hearts of damage. That move may pay off quite a bit. Gonna get pelted by fireballs. He really can't see much before they get to him. Patiently approaching the checking him before he gets around safely again. We're trying to preserve his last life, I believe, without life spell, without shield magic. And he locates Dark Link. And he should have a pretty easy fight here with 5 bars of health. Nope. No Darunia. Xarnax doing the crouch and stab strat, and he finishes off Dark Link. About a 1:10:52 on his timer, 1:11:11 on mine. My timer's wrong. So, Xarnax has a very fast seed here. Good run for Xarnax. Let's see if he wants to come in here, but I have a horribly bad amount of space here to get things moved around. I'll work on that in a moment. Does he know where his towel is? Yeah, that's a very important question. Oh my god, please. Please don't do that. Okay. This and I'm gonna move around. Alright, nice clean barba for RaikouRider. Just 1 gem to go, Pal's 3, and this should be fast. Well, other players had already clinched their berth by going 3-0, so he is the 6th player to get his berth. What the heck? Oh dear God. Oh, I see what's happening. Sorry about that. I'm really bad, and I've got very limited space here on my screen. So... we have Xarnax in the channel. Good game, Xarnax.
Thanks.
Thanks. Let me turn you up because I'm sure that you can't possibly be loud enough for everybody to hear you. 1 second. Let me adjust a lot of volumes. I'm here. Xarnax has deafened himself, it would look like.
Hello?
Hello? Are you hearing me? Okay. Xarnax is gonna reload very quickly.
Let's try that again.
Alright.
I can now hear you if you're talking.
Finding the outdoor room. Just has to find its way here. Not too many rooms left. Or ways to go. Wait for Xarnax to try to work out a little technical issue here. Xarnax in the channel. So RaikouRider has like set Rebenek up for a corner kill.
Oh my gosh, okay, it must have been like my ear or something.
Something a piece of hardware blocking it. Well, welcome. Good game.
Thank you.
I hope everybody can hear you. I've got things turned up as far as I can get them. So, let's see here. What did you think heading into the Grand Palace?
Hope upstab's not required.
Open up stab is not required, of course, always. Were you concerned about the lack of a shield or life spell at all?
No, not really.
Okay.
Don't usually stick around to fight enough.
Right.
Usually, yeah. Yeah, if I've got life or shield, I rarely even take a death in GP. Unless it's like a weird knockback or something. So,
Yeah.
especially with life. I wasn't worried at all.
Yeah, so you had a pretty quick seed. Hour 10 minutes is way ahead of the usual pace.
Well, the seed was a lot more generous than the usual seed.
It was a fairly generous seed. Palace 4 had the raft in it, which was important, but then again, it wasn't a difficult raft to get to.
Right. I don't think I saw any of the 3 key dead ends in 4.
No, neither did Raikou. Both of you, locate Karok, turn around, head back down, locate the item room.
Yeah, that was nuts.
You had a bit of a bout with Guma.
Yeah, I was a little bummed about that. It's always nice when you get a flashy fight the first try.
Yes. Yeah, but you didn't give up. You just well, you came back with slightly better stats and continued to jackhammer.
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson from my first race, where it was a longer walk, and I did it more times, and I was lucky to come out of that race with a win.
Yeah. Yeah, so Raikou, his approach was to... He went in there and he picked away one hit at a time, and he got it the first try, so he probably made up a little ground in Palace 5. But we were very entertained by the jackhammer strats.
Good. Good. I enjoy them.
I do too. I can't...
execute.
I can't fault you at all for that. No, Raikou now he's beaten Ravenak. He has the 6 gems. He's heading to the Grand Palace. He's had a little bit of a more traditional leveling path. He got up to like 734 and then started placing gems for big gains.
Right.
I wouldn't say what held Raikou up. He spent a bit of time. He didn't have the thunder spell as early as you did, and he didn't ever get fire to know that it was reflect, but that turned out not to be very important because reflect was easy enough to get.
Right. Yeah, I got that right after I finished 4, I think.
Right.
That actually made me worry that I might have to collect some more spell items.
Mm-hmm.
That concern is why I was still popping into some caves and...
Right, and...
like searching Maze Island.
Yeah, and it's what kept Raikou from getting to his palaces a little faster, even though he also had the magic key.
Where was that?
The magic key was in the medicine cave, I think.
Oh, okay. It looks like...
No. It was in the West Peabag Cave, I have it marked. I don't know. Maybe I might have clicked that by accident, but it was in the West.
I never found that one either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed Medicine Cave and the Peabag Cave.
Right, but
somehow.
That easy enough glove find, the raft in the palace, it didn't... not a lot was really required, but the paranoia of needing that spell item... You say, yeah, for you want to keep checking items in case that happened, and Raikou spent more time doing that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boots was a nice little bonus, too.
Yeah, especially in that particular position that you just gave. Oh, the boots?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right to the dock. Ready.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
So, you have, you've clinched your berth into the bracket phase.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
How you feeling about that? Pretty good?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little lucky.
Well, you definitely, luck may or may not have anything to do with it, but you definitely played well.
Thanks. I think there were, there were definitely a handful of matchups that I could have gotten in a couple of my rounds where I shouldn't have been favored.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you
feel like you got some matchups that favored you a little more than what was available for the field.
Right.
Yeah. Raikou went right down the Eon drop without even looking right.
Nice. Good for him. It's gonna pay off.
Yeah, it is. As soon as I saw it, I was like, it's so early, I'm gonna take it, but I want to know what that branch goes to, what it looks like. Right, and that was what I had, that was my expectation. I didn't guess that you thought that you were behind and needed to take a gamble, but an early drop is definitely good information.
Right.
But these rooms, these block rooms, the Scott Bakula room here, it's giving Raikou about as much trouble as you.
Either.
Yeah. Yep. Neither of you picked up life or shield. So
Did he get upstabbed?
he did not get upstabbed? I think he did not go back to Darunia. I don't recall him getting upstabbed.
Like, I would say if there's one reason I like to have upstab, even if it's not going to be required, is for the waffle rooms.
Yeah, it looked like you were in a spot there. You wanted to break a block over your head in order to be able to climb up, and you couldn't manage to do it, so you just said, nah, screw it, I'm going to go straight forward.
Yeah. But yeah, the immediate glove, and then a pretty quick raft, and for quick seed. I mean, it made it really comfortable, and then especially once I got fairy, it made it really comfortable to just go into dungeons.
Yeah.
Especially like 3 and 4 when you've got a right side item.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the 3 and the 4 position, you finished him early, and RaikouRider, so he bailed out of 3 because he's having a little bit of trouble with the blue iron knuckles.
Okay.
And because he didn't get the fire spell, he didn't go to 4 either, so he just had the raft and didn't get the magic container out of 3 or anything. So he just was out of there, which for him it turned out to be, it would have been a fine routing issue because, you know, these just go back for both those at the same time later. They didn't have anything critical that he needed ahead of time. And you had him done,
right.
And nothing to worry, you didn't have him in front of you to worry about. So both of you, you know, came out of that just fine.
Mm-hmm.
We have Raikou is fighting Thunderbird now. He says he prefers jump strats for Thunderbird. He says he's one of the only people who does, I think. But he has 8 attack.
Oh yeah. He's gonna, man, I think his best time is a 140 something.
Wow, so
he's gonna get a...
Yeah. Nice 10-minute PB.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of I would say inconsequential differences in the seed. You know, him not finding fire to use it as reflect, and not having those palaces done right away. Yeah, he found he went into Death Mountain and found the hammer. The Hammer Cave was 1 cave away from one of the entrances into Death Mountain. But there were no hammer block caves in the Western Overworld, and the Spectacle Rock wasn't easily visible, so he didn't dig for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So a very small amount of time spent on an inconsequential item there. And oof, makes a clutch jump over some crumble bridge after taking a hit back.
Oh, jeez. Nice.
Yeah.
Just saw that.
Well, he just has to make his way back through these rooms. This time, no Thunderbird. He'll hopefully find a way to budget the magic that he knows he doesn't have to spend on other stuff to get through these rooms easily.
Man, he was like, what, one or two rooms away from Dark Link?
Yeah, I think so. He had to be close. There wasn't much between Thunderbird and Darklink.
Yeah. A couple drops, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Maybe 1.
Yeah, there was that one. There were 2 drop rooms that weren't there.
Yeah.
There was the one where you have the overhead blocks.
Right, and I think there was maybe like 1 waffle room.
Yeah, the there was the one waffle room right before Thunderbird. You find Thunderbird and you have like, 59 magic points or whatever, so you turn around for that red jar and then the red spinning head just says, oh, here's a blue jar.
Right.
You're halfway into the blocks thinking about, God, I hate it when this thing turns into a red bird and starts, just getting all angry, and you're like, oh no, I can just leave. I'm out of here. Now here's that room. Let the big skull bubble out. And get away from it. Good thing about this room is there are no large enemies. So all he has to do is, let the things get out of his way here. He has the big bot that's gonna spawn. He just don't touch it. That's all he has to do. Oh, don't go up. Oh, that spinning head. Oh, he survived the hit. Oh no.
Oh, wow. Man, I was really glad that I watched a couple of the races earlier today, because I had no idea until today that when you hit big bot with your sword, you can use spell to turn them into 1 HP bots.
I don't know, I've probably done that once, but it's not something that's usually on my mind. Like, I should do this. But they do, they get very annoying. Yeah. Like, when you have the Jackamus room and the one on the right side drops right when you're trying to break the blocks.
Oh, right, exactly.
That's a very annoying spot for a big bot. Pass through with those iframes and get to the next room. Most of his health. Yeah, so both of you without the life spell, I had remarked, you were taking great care in a couple spots not to take an unnecessary hit from a chicken. Because I think you're on your last life after T-Bird? Or did you have one left?
Yeah, I think... I'm pretty sure I was on my last life for Dark Link.
Yeah.
I don't remember when I lost.
Yeah, and getting... as you kind of continue going through these rooms and, like, falling into that previous room. This is interesting.
Oh, no.
I think this will eventuate in a very large backward loop, and he does not like that. So I think that he's going to choose the other one. And with good reason. That's a really good logic he just worked out there. If this is the room he fell into, then the other one must be a right only.
Right.
Now, that's not really all that certain. That left could have hooked around to a right.
It could have, and the right only can sometimes just be a dead end from a T room or something.
Oh, it can't do that.
It can't?
So the other one being a right, it at least has to loop back into the main feed. The only way you can be forced to up an A is if let's say you dropped and you didn't have Thunder or something. But the logical exit, there's always a loop and an exit, right? Okay, go ahead.
But, I mean, there could have been T rooms that he didn't see.
Right. He could have gone right, into a T room, and it would have had to feed back before T-Bird. Either way.
Right.
But I think that he reasoned that the other one may just go to Dark Link. I don't know. We'll find out.
Whatever his thought process was, it's working out.
Yeah. One thing, if you wanted to really mess around in that situation, try to take that wall boost in that room that he fell into, get out.
I've seen a couple people try and do that.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun to try, but it's definitely not advisable as a strategy.
Right.
So here's the little bots that have a lot more HP than they oughta.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, Raikou is able to get up. Over just I don't even know if he has a sliver of red to his name, and he falls right onto one of those shots coming up from the floor. But that's okay, at least he's through that room, and now he can head to the right and take this drop.
Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, the damage that you were trying to avoid, and then fall right into that room that's very difficult to avoid damage in.
Yeah.
He's getting kind of picked away. So, yeah, he's gonna take his very limited spell list. He keeps pulling it up. I think I do the same thing. I keep pulling up like, man, what do I have? Okay. Alright, and here it is. Raikou scoring
GG.
pretty quick hits, yeah. That is the game. We'll get RaikouRider in here, I hope.
Alright, so where did I go wrong?
Well, I mean, I can't even say that I could pinpoint where all the time loss was.
Other than GP, because that was a brutal GP.
Yeah, the GP, yours is definitely a little slower than Xarnax's.
So basically what happened at the end there was I saw that drop, and since I had already seen T-Bird, I went and turned the other way and saw another drop. So I was like, great, one of these is going to take me to Dark Link, and one of these is going to take me out of the palace. And I picked the wrong one.
Yeah. Yeah, so what made you so certain that you were, that path that you up 8 out of couldn't have turned around and taken you to Dark Link?
The reason why is because I had already seen the other half of the Mobius room.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. Got it.
So...
Yeah, so...
I'm beginning to think that another decision that got me in trouble early was maybe I spent a little bit too long grinding in front of Palace 3. I ran into leveling issues pretty much the entire seed.
So, yeah, I don't think your grind in front of Palace 3 is a particularly bad idea. One thing that... A very small difference there is that you had to get the Magic 3 to use the Fairy spell. But that was a good move to get downstab, for sure. Xarnax was able to pull it off at Magic 2 because he'd found he'd found a 5th magic container.
Oh, yeah, I figured that's what happened, was he just found a container.
Your differences were very small until, I think, let's see, I'd say really when Xarnax located the Thunder spell, I think he did that a bit ahead of you. And
I actually noted that in the SRL chat, that as soon as I found the Thunder in New Kasuto, I knew I'd lost, because I had been digging out items from the overworld and even out of palaces, trying to cover in case a spell item was required to get to Thunder, and I was kind of banking on that.
It turned out that Xarnax dug up most of those items anyway. He didn't find Thunder super early, but you definitely dug up more items. Like you got out, you dug up Hammer Cave, which really didn't cost you much time. Xarnax didn't do that, and you also located the magic key. Xarnax took a more of a take every level approach to experience. And
well,
so,
if you're good enough at the game to do that, then absolutely. Don't you run the game?
Xarnax?
Kind of. It's been a while since I've done any runs.
I'm actually incapable of finishing a run because I have not beaten the game 1cc.
Oh wow! I'm sure you could.
Yeah, I'm sure that you could too. Yeah, so yeah, it worked out. Both of you guys actually had a fine turnout for how you played. Raikou, you got a magic key, so you didn't have to get magic up a lot or worry about key doors. And Xarnax had higher magic levels, and he'd found also a magic container 3, so he had 7 containers fairly early. So for both of you, again, like key doors weren't an issue.
Yeah, I was pretty happy about all those magic containers.
I thought you were. I could sense it a little bit. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't even put my finger on it. Besides a little bit of extra time spent in the overworld, and maybe a couple palace paths. But you had a nice clean Goomba fight. You had a nice clean Barba fight.
Yeah, the attack 4 Goomba is, I think, the first time I've done Goomba at anything less than attack 6.
Yeah.
That's actually one reason why I try to delay Palace 5 as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time I found Palace 5, I knew I was already under time pressure.
Yeah, and the location of it, that was definitely an issue, wasn't it? Like, you didn't want to have to backtrack.
Absolutely, it was very difficult to get back there. But that was a really difficult GP. You had no shield spell, you had no life spell, you had no upstab.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of those block rooms. Yeah.
When I found Darunia, I was really debating about taking the time to go get upstab, and I probably should have. It was a moot point by then.
Yeah, I think the bigger thing is that neither of you decided to recover the spell out of Darunia, which would have been a defensive spell. Not sure. We don't know if it was Shield or Life. Neither of you had the spell.
I did not have the child at the time.
You didn't have the child at the time? Okay.
No.
Well, no, not the first time you were there. No.
The first time I was there, I did not have. The first time I was there, I did not have a means to get up there because I found both ferry and jump really late.
Ooh.
No, did you find ferry late? I thought you had it pretty early.
I might be thinking of the other seed that I did.
I think you were. Yeah, it wasn't a problem. Skipping upstab was not a problem there, and you didn't have the kit at that time. But yeah.
It was just never convenient for me to go back there.
Right. Yeah, so besides that, you both dug up both things from Maze Island. You both, full cleared Palace 1. I think you both found a lot of nasty little dead-end rooms in Palace 2. Both of you had trouble with Palace 3 at the beginning, actually. That was interesting.
Well, that Palace 3 was really nasty.
I went through the entire first, the top half. I think I went through and got the item, and then up-aid, and then remembered that I could get downstab. Like, I could have gotten it before I even went in there.
Yes. Yeah, that...
It just, didn't occur to me at all until I had already gotten the item.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the item in 3? Was it like the cross or something?
It's the magic container.
Oh, that would explain everything. Because I was having... I think it might have been. No, that was the last seed where I had where I had an issue finding magic jars.
And 3, and there was Magic Jar and Trophy Cave. And the other one I found was on Maze Island.
Yeah, I found the one. I found the one on Maze Island. I don't. As far as the logic goes, I don't think I really made any wrong decisions. I just got outplayed.
Yeah, I have to say that I think that your routing may not have been quite as good as Xarnax's in some spots. But at the same, so Xarnax finished Palace 3 and 4 early, and you left him behind. I don't think that either of those was a wrong play.
Well, basically what I did was I kind of had cold feet about the last race that I had with Shiner.
Mm-hmm.
So I found 4, didn't have Reflect. So what I decided to do by going in there anyway was to more or less just gather information about the palace.
Yeah, and that was a good move, I think.
Notwithstanding, like, even if the item there is junk, I think gathering information about the palace is fine, just to confirm that that's another location where something important like Rafter Glove can be.
Yeah, I think.
And that Palace 4 was super short.
It was. It was very easy.
Another reason why excuse me. So one of the reasons why I left 4 for so late is the experience route, because when I completed my first palace, my leveling was not where I wanted it to be. So I knew I couldn't afford to eat any gems to be able to have a comfortable level going into GP.
Yeah.
So I was trying to route so that I could maybe come back to Palace 4 after I had, say, found some P bags, but it just never panned out.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have a palace ahead of you that you know is short and you want to do an XP manipulation, then you do have an issue in front of you to deal with. And you actually had that issue with like every palace where you never got the XP except maybe in one of them before you got to the gem. And so you had to turn around in all those to get the XP manipulation that you required to finish the game, right?
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable. I think the lowest level I've ever finished GP at is like 747.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and that's
as opposed to people like you who can probably complete Great Palace on like 444 without a problem.
Yeah, for myself or even Xarnax, we're both, I think, in the position where it's not a question of what we can do, but what is the fastest thing to do. Like, we have that luxury of saying, well, yeah, we could beat it at 4 attack, but obviously 5 attack is faster, and so we have choices. We have a lot of choices, and in this, the way it turned out for you, you did lose time because you didn't have the choice to just say, okay, I'm taking whatever comes, and going with.
If I had found life or shield, then I definitely would have considered eating a gem, but not knowing that I was going to have access to light, because even if you have like 8x8, doing GP without shield or life is pretty difficult.
Yeah, I think this siege showed that, because you guys were both having you were taking damage in those rooms, and you have a bunch of spicy or jumping chickens in your way, and
there weren't too many of them. Just the ones that you had to deal with were awful.
Right, they were in choke points and
tough points. That's gonna be a lot of fun going into GP with no shield, no life, and big and small mixed enemies.
Oh, buddy, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a race coming at midnight between, I think, Adaginos and who is it? Is Adaginos the Dark Magician? I have the schedule up right now.
That should be a pretty good race.
Yeah, we don't have a restream set up for it. I can't do it. I have to be up in the morning.
Speaking of races, do we have a date for the play-in race?
Is that on the schedule or not?
Because this upcoming week, because I may not be able to play in it if it's this upcoming week, because this upcoming week doesn't work for me at all. I'm working a ton of overtime.
Oh, I
It
think
definitely won't be this week.
no, it won't be at the end. It'll be the soonest it could possibly be. Would have to be, I would say, like the 12th of August.
Oh, okay, that's plenty of time.
Yeah, yeah, it'll definitely be on the weekend. We'll have it at a time that most amount of people should be able to make it to the race. That have 2 and 2.
Also, Xarnax, I was talking about that GP map from the Shiner race that I did earlier. I saved that image to my DS and I'll post it for you because I know. I think it was like you and HN and a couple other people were wondering what my map looked like.
Huh. Cool.
Like it was. Yeah, so I don't know if you got to see that race, but that was the most confusing GP I'd ever seen.
Oh, I was watching at the end of that. Yeah, that was we were waiting. I think we were waiting for that map for you to
Yeah,
share that.
I'm gonna actually get it off my DS and I'll post it in the Discord for everybody to see because it was crazy.
Good. We love that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna actually drop off voice and get to work on that.
All right.
I'm gonna get to work on that while I watch the VOD back.
Well, good. I hope
Cool.
you enjoy it. It's just me here rambling myself and in the chat occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so look out for the race. It should be coming up in an hour here. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Thanks for putting on the race.
Yeah. Thanks for picking this up on such short notice.
You bet.